Welcome to World of Warships with Redsorax. Before I get to this record-breaking game I had, I'm going to answer a request by a viewer on medals. This is the high caliber. It's for damaging the most enemy ships in the game, causing at least 30% of the hit points of all the ships. I have 150 of these. This is the First Blood. It's for destroying the first enemy ship in the battle. I have 195 of these. This is the Devastating Strike, destroying an enemy ship by causing at least half of their health to go bye-bye. I have 297 of these. This is the Arsonist, destroying an enemy ship by fire by at least 40% of their health points. Close Quarter Expert, destroying an enemy ship with your secondary guns. I have 21 of these. It's just a flesh wound, destroying an enemy ship after you've been destroyed by that ship. I have 45 of those. Confederate, damaging at least 4 enemy ships, causing each ship must be in excess of 20% of their health pool. And I have 34 of these. This is the one he was asking about, the Kraken, when I said I didn't get the Kraken. It's destroying at least 5 enemy ships in one battle. I have 17 of these. Fireproof, surviving a battle that you took fire damage exceeding 40% of your normal health and surviving the battle. I have 9 of these. Double Strike, destroying 2 enemy ships within 10 seconds of each other. I have 13 of these. The Dreadnought, receiving damage in excess of 120% of your normal health pool and surviving the battle, but you also must take that damage from 4 different ships. I have 31 of these. The Liquidator, destroying an enemy ship by flooding them with at least 40% of their hit point damage. The Wither, causing at least 60,000 damage of flood and or fire damage to ship. I have 3 of these. Die Hard, ramming a ship and surviving. I have 1. Detonation is when you get blown up by the enemy by them hitting your magazine. I have 4 of these. Unsinkable, surviving flooding by 40%. I have 1. And the Solo Warrior, which I have none of yet, and that is surviving solo against 4 people. So today I'm going to show you again why the Kamikaze is so devastating and what you need to not do to be taken down so badly. So you can see again, Reizo Tanaka, level 14, 2 legendaries, and you can see my setup. And I use the torpedo build, obviously, and a stealth build here. And my inspirations are Eric Bay for 5.4% minus detection, and Jerzy Swirsky for 4.5, which gives me 9% less visibility. My module is the aiming module 1, giving me 20% faster rotation on my torpedo tubes, giving me a survivability of less than 10,000. And my artillery, again, is weak. I have 4 guns that rotate very slowly. I have almost a 9-second reload, 8.9, and or 11-second reload, firing range at 8.9 kilometers. But it's the torpedoes that are magnificent. Almost 15,000 damage, 72 knots, and a range of 7.8 kilometers. That's where the ship makes out very well. Maneuverability, not the fastest, but not slow. Good rudder shift time. And then down to the concealment, which is what makes this so deadly, 4.3. 2.4 by air, and then 2 kilometers by everything else in the game. And that is everything she has, and we will get into the game now. Messing around with the ships here. Beautiful paint job on the ship. One way to get the ship is to get the hard copy of the disc. And away we go. Now I am in a division with only one other person, and it's beast mode 5050 from my last video with him in the Colorado. And now I look to see what's on the other team. And they only have one destroyer. So as long as I don't have to deal with too many cruisers, I should be good. I take off and I'm going to head to the right. Get vision out over here to see what's ahead for my 2 battleships behind me. Now only one's in the division with me, one's not in the division. I hit the speed boost to get going much quicker, as fast as possible. I do run a speed flag on this. I run a double speed modification on here, so that I can get the consumables back up again quicker, and the speed mod. Taking a bearing, letting my partner know. Now my partner is complaining about something, and he's being blocked by our own teammate. And he's getting frustrated. That's why I looked back to see what was going on. I'm taking bearings, just seeing what they're about to do up ahead. I haven't seen anything else, and now I spot the 3rd battleship. So we would have 3 on our side, they would have 3 on their side. So I have no destroyers or cruisers to worry about, and this is where it gets dangerous for them. The Warspite's already coming into range. I go ahead and lock onto him and send him down range. And you know, I know it was at extreme range, but he's a battleship captain. Is he going to turn quickly enough or not? Now my partner's still having problems back there with our own teammate, by the way, just so you know. Now there's a plane just up ahead, and wouldn't you know it, my torpedoes hit true. Now I put more out on the Warspite, and I'm worried about that plane. Remember, it's 2.3, and he got within 2.5 or 2.6. Now, is the Warspite going to stay in a straight line again, or are we going to get him to turn? I'm playing a dangerous game here. And now he's turning in on me. The torpedoes came from this direction, so obviously he turned in. But I figured as he turned in, my partner is going to thump him in the side. And of course the rounds go past, and I don't know who that exactly came from. So I put out another set of torpedoes, and I got spotted, so I dumped smoke. Now I'm going backwards, just a little too fast to stay in it at that point. But now I'm covered in my smoke, and torpedoes are still inbound. And he's flooding away because you can see the ticker going up. So he'd already burned his repair on the first one, and he was flooding out from the second one. So there's the first blood medal. I've got the first kill in the game on both sides. Now the Britann looks like he's going forward. I'm going to give him some torpedoes to look at. Okay, there goes my partner right there. He was killed by the Ishmael. And he didn't get into a good position. And he's a great battleship captain. So he got out of sorts because our teammate messed him up, which is not a great thing. And it looks like I'm going to hit another torpedo here. 1. And we got a flood, and if he repairs it, we'll get more damage on the second torpedo. But we didn't get a flood on the second torpedo. Now the torpedoes went past him. Put some out on the Ishmael now. Wait for the last one to come up. Guns are up. I'm in smoke. It's safe to fire. Now, I'm outside my smoke, but once I fired, I was in the smoke. You have 3 seconds from the time you fire that you can only be detected in. And the Ishmael, did it look like he was driving in straight lines? Absolutely. 3 torpedoes into the Ishmael. We are already up to 112,000 damage. Now they look like they're going to push me. Oh, would you look at that? He didn't move for the second set. So I'm peeling out because the Ishmael's about to come up the line. I don't want him to get any closer. He's not 0.9 kilometers away from my detection range. I'm trying to spread these out, see what I can get. Now that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the bane of my existence. Whoever this Congo player was, I give him absolute props. You will see why in a little bit. So the Ishmael is doing what I said just the other day not to do in a battleship. He's putting an island on one side of him and me on the other. Now when I launch these torpedoes, he has nowhere to go. He can't turn out, can't turn in. And unless he slows, he's going to eat these. There's just nothing he can do. You do not want to do this to yourself right here. With a 41-second reload on the torpedoes, it's just not a good thing. Now here's where I make my mistake. I did not realize that Congo was going to push as hard as he does. Now I turn away, and yet I'm spotted. So I'm going to twist out. He's firing. And I got to open up by 0.3 to get away from him. Now 0.2. He's at 4.1. I'm twisting. Trying to throw his track off. 4.2. 4.3. And we drop detection. And now I get to play with him. He took a shot at me, just hoping to do something. And this battleship captain already turned in. I launched on him and he's already turned in. We're up to 3 kills. And as you can see, he's already turned in. I've missed those torpedoes. But watch the torpedoes in the background anyways. This was dumb luck in all honesty on my behalf. That is a battleship back there. I had no idea he was coming. And boom, there's the high caliber. 2 torpedoes by pure dumb luck into another ship. 157,000 damage. Now I want to work on this Congo because he is the bane of my existence right now. He is a good battleship captain. But no matter how good you are in a battleship, you're never going to be able to outplay a better or an as good destroyer captain. Eventually, I'm going to hit home before he ever sees me. Now, I take a look over at the New Mexico, see what he's doing, take a bearing, he's out of range. And the Congo's smart, he peeled away. Gonna move up and get something out on this New Mexico. Keeping a close eye on that Congo over there. I'll make sure we keep him at least 5 kilometers away. 1 second and fish out. Now this New Mexico is going to make the same mistake here. If he keeps going where he's going to have an island between his escape route and my torpedoes. But, as you can see, by the track, he is slowing down. Now, I don't know if that had anything to do with my torpedoes, or if he was slowing down because of the cruiser around the quarter. But he actually missed all my torpedoes, so that was smart on his behalf. Now I got to worry about this Congo again. Fish out on the Congo. Look over at the New York, see what he's doing. And as soon as I launched that, I think he was going to stop or come to a stop, and he goes forward, which is absolutely fine. And there you go, the Congo's turned again. So the Congo is just doing absolute everything right, but I am doing everything right because he can't aim and take the time to target somebody because he has got to keep twisting and turning. So this is both the right things to do as a destroyer captain and as a battleship captain if you want to survive. Now I've got this New Mexico again lining up. moving forward some. I don't have the last fish up. I'm not going to waste it. Track's too far forward. Take a track on the bearing, or bearing on the Congo. I don't want to have to turn out for him because he is pushing me. He was at 5.2 at the time. I'm opening up now. And I wonder if the New Mexico is going to drive in a straight line. Whoops. So I've got 2 into him with 1 flood going. He's repaired the flood. We're up to 175,000 damage. Now I'm waiting for this New Mexico. I know he's not changing courses. I just know it. This guy, I'm not worried about the Congo at the moment. I'm staying out of range of him. But this New Mexico, he just hasn't. He's been very much straight in line. Maybe speed up, maybe slow down. But so I'm just going to give him the torpedoes, and I'll play with the Congo now. Fisher out. He's at over half health. Watching him come in. One, two, three, and I know the last one's coming. Cool kids don't look at explosions. Boom. Now I notice that I've got 4 kills. It's time for the Kraken. I haven't even paid attention to the fact that I just went over 200,000 damage. So I'm going, I've got a big battleship out here. I've got to get him. Yet, the bane of my existence, he would not be a dumb battleship captain no matter how hard I tried. And I give him absolute credit. Absolute credit. Well played by him. I do get him once in a while, but I do not get him all the way down. And as time's running down, I wasn't paying attention to the time, and we catch him here with 1, 2, 3. We get the floods. Now I accidentally went under his plane. Now I'm out. The plane peeled away, so I start turning out away from it. And I just need a little more damage here. And I line up the guns hoping for a fire, because I know he just damage con those floods. I was hoping for a fire. Now, I don't think he's going to be dumb enough to sail straight, but maybe. I just didn't know. And I put him out because I'll have him up very quickly again. Now, as he's coming around the corner here, I'm expecting him any second, and I'm keeping the track out so I can parallel him and not come into his view range. And we're down to 1:46 minutes on the timer. He turned in. Beautifully played by him. So I take the risk here on getting another on the fire, knowing it's going to take him a while to get his guns around on me. He's turning to get his guns around. I know I've been the bane of his existence, so he's going to do what he can to get a piece of me. But it was reasonable to do this because I'm still full health. We are so close to the end, and our guys are capping the base. I was just getting greedy here for the Kraken. Now's when I looked up and saw how much damage I had and wanted to tell myself I have got to get 250,000. So I said, I looked at the timer, don't have enough time to get torpedoes out on him and actually get a kill. I'm going to put him in the water just in case something happens, but again, the timer, so I get the guns up and fire my guns. Bam. There's the damage. Guns up, fired, and got the damage. Now it doesn't show right there, but 250,649 with 500,000 credits. Top of the leaderboard, 4 kills. I was flying triple credit booster flags across the board. Thank you. Hope to see you next time.